This is lesson two, that is second week of our term. Uh, Same module, same process. But before I start introducing this exercise and a short case study where various situations will be presented and one solution will also be presented, I would like you to make sure that you have your pens and paper ready because uh, for each challenge you will have to find an alternate solution. Now, this short case is about a company called TechCo, which is an IT solution company, mostly operating in large countries, including, or you can say, in Western and European countries, with a total workforce of 10,000 employees who are placed in various parts and various countries in the world. Now, as we all know that COVID from 2019 until 2022 has impacted the organization significantly in terms of its human resources because lots of challenge has been faced by the organization, especially such organizations which are IT related functions and IT related. But even more than that, those organizations were impacted, which are mostly production companies or which have interaction with the general public. So they had faced even more bigger challenges. Now, this particular company, which we call as TechCo, that means technology company, is a multinational organization, which is a software company, software solution provider all over the world. And during the pandemic, they had faced lots of challenges in relation to their human resources and in relation to their strategic people management. But I will be outlining few of those challenges. Your question for each challenge will be, I will present you one solution and you will have to think of an alternate solution for the same challenge or for the same problem. The first challenge which was faced by the company was transition to hybrid and remote working. Now, this obviously, even you might have seen in your own workplaces that during the pandemic, lots of many employees who had the ability to work independently were allowed or were actually sent to work from home or hybrid working. So this was a challenge with offices closure during the pandemic. TechCo also quickly shifted to remote working, and after the initial crisis period, the company decided to adopt a hybrid work model for long-term period. And but there was a problem. This transition raised a number of issues. For example, number one, inequality between employees who preferred or could easily adopt to remote working and those who struggled with it. And second significant challenge in this relation was a need for rethinking performance management as a traditional monitoring of productivity because irrelevant but basically it became irrelevant in a dispersed working environment. Another challenge which was significant was the equipments which employees will be using while working from home or while working remotely or even working hybrid. Who will bear the expenses for the equipments? Not every employee is happy to use their personal equipments for workplace. So whether the company will have to provide them such machines to work from home or remotely, that was another challenge. So what the solution was found, TechCo revamped its performance evaluation system, moving away from a time based assessment to an outcome focused evaluation. Obviously, that is more like if you consider that what kind of performance was achieved by the organization, by the employee, and then they assess the performance on the basis of that. The company also offered training programs for managers on how to lead remote teams and produced flexible working hours to accommodate employees in different time zones or with various range of responsibilities. So this particular problem of transition to hybrid and remote working was sorted out by training the managers and moving away from the traditional performance based, traditional time based or peer reviews or peer performance assessment to a more rather productive and more understandable outcome focused evaluation. So that is one challenge. What you are required here is to talk about an alternative solution to this one, and I would like you to consider the cost implications of remote working. Who will bear the cost? Will it be borne by employee or the company, or it would be a shared cost, or the company will provide or deliver the systems which were being used by the employees in their offices previously. So that was first challenge. Second challenge, let's talk about employee well-being and mental health. We all know that large number of employees working in those organizations had to face a lot of mental health challenges while working from home because there are so many different factors which impact them. So this was a challenge in which many employees reported increased stress and burnout due to the pressure of balancing work from home responsibilities with personal life and isolation and reduced physical interaction with the colleagues. Further, exacerbated mental health issues also were there, obviously, and end of the day, there were a lot of disturbances. But on the contrary, there was one more positive side of that although the employees, and there are many researches which are actually complement this particular issue, is that where on one side the employees' life-work balance was greatly disturbed, on the contrary, their overall performance had increased up to by 23%, which was a quite unlikely result or outcome for many organizations. So the solution to this particular challenge was found by tech company which invested in mental health resources, such as offering employee assistance program, EAPs, which are normally called EAP, providing access to virtual therapy sessions with the experts, and launching a wellness app that allowed employees to track and improve their physical and mental health. Additionally, the company also hosted weekly virtual mindfulness sessions and encouraged wellness days where employees could take time off to recharge without using their vacation days and unwound their stress days and become more mentally healthy and be able to work more productively and positively. So this was the second challenge. Now, the company, though, have provided the solution to this by investing in the mental health resources and employees assistance program. Yes, it is correct. However, I would like you to find out any other alternate solution to this particular problem of employee well-being and mental health. So that was a challenge number 2. Moving on to the third challenge, let's have a look at that, which is maintaining company culture. Many organizations have a sort of culture in which people integrate with each other, where people have open discussions, meetings, or other activities which they have together. For example, weekends, going to the places, restaurants, pubs, having a drink or stuff like that. So the challenge was, a significant concern was how to maintain this organizational culture and employees' engagement with a remote and hybrid workforce. Employees reported feeling disconnected from their team, disconnected from their fellow employees and colleagues, and disconnected from broader company culture. So what the company did to find a solution to this was to use a combination of virtual tools in-person meetups to maintain company's culture. That they also implemented a kind of buddy system for new hires, arranged regularly virtual teams, building activities, and scheduled quarterly in-person events in different locations to foster team connections. At the same time, leadership also increased town hall meetings sort of stuff, which allowed employees to hear directly from executives and engage in open discussions about the company's direction. So that was the second challenge, which is maintaining company culture, and the company found the solution in a way of creating a buddy system, having a quarterly in-person events and a kind of town hall meetings where managers and senior executives come and address to the people in the organizations. So having spoken about these three key challenges faced by many different organizations, I would like you to find an alternate solution of the same problem and see what you can come up with. So these are the three main challenges. There are other challenges which I will be giving you a handout of, and you can have a look at this, and we will talk about it. But at the same time, the key lessons which were learned during the pandemic was flexibility is the key, which offers flexible working models and giving employees autonomy. Second, invest in employees' well-being, which make employees mentally healthy and be able to work with more moral engagements with each other. Also, continuous learning is the part of their key lesson which they learn, because that would help the organization to upskill their working and create a work culture which is more productive than unproductive, and working in a hybrid world, or entering into the work of a hybrid world, which is not very easy task to do. So for now, I'll say goodbye in second session, and let's see how you deal with this today's challenge.